I would now like to read a section from my novel, South of the Yangtze. It appears in the middle of the story, and the chapter is entitled Love, I in Mandarin. In Mandarin, the word love sounds like a sigh, I, in a forced tone, short and assured. The written character of love, I, consists of 4 parts: pause, roof, heart, and crossed legs, or arrival. The simplified version used since the 1950s and 60s in mainland China is I, without the heart radical. This simplification could be the reason why, more than once in my life, the announcement of love always felt like the opposite. It felt like finality, a swan song. When I was a child and beginning to learn the written language, I used to fill 3 sheets of new characters each week for homework. Now I am in my 30s, and it has been a long time since I last routinely practiced calligraphy. Back on Dolan Road in Shanghai, my grandfather used to sit in front of his desk, lay out his rice paper, and lose himself in writing for hours. He wrote in traditional characters, and he had a beautiful ink stick and stone set made in Lanting, Zhejiang province, the place most famous for its gathering of calligraphers. My grandmother was often the one who helped to grind the ink. The amount of ink on the brush, the thickness of the strokes, the flow of the running lines, and the knit between characters I was taught, all played a crucial part in written expression. My grandfather knew how to write a poem in both Yan Zhenqing and Liu Gongquan ways, significantly different styles referred to as the muscle of Yan and the bone of Liu. But why, like my grandfather, was I also naturally drawn to calligraphy? Was it because the inherited words in printed form were not enough, form devoid of vital emotion? During those early years, I didn't consider the time spent as worthwhile, not writing down any new ideas, but running the brush over and over again and take each character apart to examine our tools from the beginning of time. In my final year of high school, I seemed to have lost both interest and ability to read in Chinese. Memorizing textbooks was one thing, but whenever I opened a leisure book, the once beloved square-shaped characters started to dance around without forming any meaning. I only saw bits and parts, dots and strokes, stems, branches, and radicals. My father used to say that, to his German colleagues, Chinese characters looked like tens of thousands of variations of little houses, or innovative drawings of spiders, and we had a good laugh about it. Now I wondered if what I had been seeing all along had also been lines of houses, molding and containing my every thought within their 4 walls, or were they armies of spiders, weaving the same symmetrical web with alluring silk, waiting quietly for the human prey of every generation? Did I mistake these webs for my own heartstrings? But without any instrument, how do I hear my own